Hey guys, welcome to Verbling. My name's Joe, and today we're going to be focusing on improving our writing skills by writing about movies together. So what we're going to be doing is working in a Google Doc, and everybody's going to be able to participate even if they're not in the class. And I'm going to ask a few questions. We're going to write our responses, and then once people are finishing, those who finish before the others are going to go back and correct or mark anything, highlight anything that they think could be improved. Hey Julian,
Hi,
how are you?
I'm fine, thanks. And you?
I'm pretty good, thanks. Eric,
Okay.
are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
How are you today?
Well, actually, I'm doing very well, I think.
Good. That's good. That's really good. Alright, Selma, can you hear me? Selma? Okay, maybe she's adjusting her microphone and video. Alright, well, I'm guessing some more people are going to be joining. However, we can get started. However, before we get into the actual class, I'd like everybody to introduce themselves by saying your name, country, and just tell us how the weather is in your country. Just like a very short description. So I'll go first. My name's Joe, from the United States, from Arizona, and in my country, or at least, in my country, it's winter. But where I am right now, it's very cold. So we'll start from the very left with Aslan.
Hello everyone. I'm from Azerbaijan. My name is
Hold, Aslan, it's kind of difficult to hear. Can you move the microphone closer to your mouth?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, perfectly.
Okay. Hello everyone. I'm from Azerbaijan. My name is Aslan Heydarov, and I'm 23 years old, and I am a lawyer.
Cool. And how is the weather in Azerbaijan?
The weather is very cold in here. We are expected the snowing.
Oh wow,
Yeah, it's very cold weather, really.
cold weather. Okay,
Cold. Yeah,
cool. All right. Well, welcome.
cold weather.
Cold
Cold.
weather. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Bona, Bauna, Bauna City. Are you there? Okay. Bona, are you there? Okay, maybe he's adjusting his microphone and camera. Daniel? Daniel left. Okay, Eric?
Hello.
Oh, there we go, Daniel. Okay.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Fine, thanks. I'm Daniel. I'm from Spain, from a small city. Is His name is Valencia.
Uh-huh.
Uh, and the weather of my city is very cold
Very cold. Alright.
because it's winter. No,
Uh-huh. Alright. Cool. Nice to see you again.
nice to see you.
Eric?
Yeah. Hello, everybody. I'm Eric, and I live in China at the East Coast, in a city called Hangzhou. And here is winter, and there's no heating in my room, so you can imagine the temperature.
Oh my gosh, that sounds horrible. So it must be extremely cold in your room.
Yeah, actually, I live in the college dormitory.
Okay, and there's no heating?
Yeah.
Oh, that's horrible. I'm sorry. All right. Hisham?
Hey Joe, I'm Hisham from Cairo, Egypt. It's very cold here and rainy, little bit rainy.
Mhm.
Uh,
Okay,
that's it.
cool. Nice. Welcome. Jorge?
Hi, I live in Peru. Um, the weather is warm. We are in summer now.
Okay, so you're in the opposite, because you're below the equator. All right, cool. Warm's good, better than cold. Julian?
Hello, Joe. Hello, everybody. My name is Julian. I'm from Spain, and here the weather is very bad. It's raining. There is wind. A horrible day.
Really? That does not sound fun. Selma?
Hello everyone, I'm Sama from Algeria, and the weather here is chilly. And yes, it was raining and snowing these days.
Wow, okay, so it's snowing a lot?
Not that much, only in the mountains.
Only in the mountains. Okay.
Yes.
Alright, cool. Yi?
Yes, hello.
Hello. Can you introduce yourself by saying name, country, and just describe like a little bit about the weather from or the weather where you're
Yeah.
from?
Yes. Hello everyone. I'm from southwest of China. I'm in Sichuan province. That is where the panda is from. And the weather is really very cold and very wet.
Cold and wet. Okay. Alright, interesting. Alright, well, welcome.
Thanks.
Okay. So I think we have one last person. Bona, are you there? Okay, maybe he's adjusting his microphone or something. Alright. Well, glad you guys are all here today. So, like I said in the beginning, we're going to be practicing our writing skills, and the way we're going to do that is we're going to write about movies. So I'm going to be asking you guys some questions. We're all going to be writing in a Google Doc, which I'm about to share with you. And the way that we're going to do this is, so I'm going to write a question, you're going to write a response below. And when you finish, your job is to go and see at everybody else's responses and see if you see any grammatical errors, anything they could, improve or make better or change to say something better, and you're going to highlight that. Either you can, underline it, you can make it a different color, just anything. And then afterwards, after everybody's done, we're going to go through and correct them together so that you guys can see the grammar mistakes that everybody else is making and the ones that you're making. So I'm going to share this doc with you right now. So here, and if you guys are in the chat, you guys are welcome to participate as well. And here's the chat. Or there I put it in the Google chat as well. So open that up, and you should be able to type. Okay. So it looks like most of you have it open. So I'm going to go ahead and write the first question. So the topic is movies. So the first question is, it's going to be pretty basic. What is your favorite movie and why? So just go ahead and write it below. And then afterwards, after you finish, see if anybody else's can be corrected. And remember to use capital letters and correct punctuation. So like a period with you're gonna put a period kind of attached to the last word, and then a space to start a new sentence, and another capital letter. All of that. And also write your name either before or after your response. So that way we know whose is whose. Now I can tell if everybody's done or not in the classroom. So I'm going to pull that up on my screen as well. And don't worry if you make any mistakes, because I'm sure everybody will make at least one mistake. So just write as best as you can. Okay, so Daniel, I noticed you finished, so just remember when you finish, look down and see if there's anything that you can help somebody fix. So just go ahead and highlight it, underline it, any way to let them know that you think there might be something wrong with it, so they can double check it, or I can see it. It looks like, so Daniel, Jensen, Julian, Jorge, Asian, Heidaruf are the only ones that are writing right now. So Aslan, Eric, Hisham, do you guys have the document open?
Yes, but after when I finished it, I got an error.
You got an error. Try refreshing the. Oh no, I'm sorry about that. Try refreshing the page. Maybe that might work. That might fix it. Because sometimes that happens to me. Like it'll say, "Oh no, Google error," and then it says refresh the page. That might work. If not, you can write your response. Did it work?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, Selma, are you there?
You see it?
Hisham. Hisham, where are you writing? Are you writing aspects of our world? Oh, no, never mind, I see it, Hisham. Selma,
Yes,
is the document working for you?
it's still loading.
It's still loading, okay. Try hitting refresh.
Okay.
And
Now
what about... Okay, good. What about Aslan, are you there?
Yeah, I am here.
Is this yours right here?
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure.
Okay.
Okay, so it looks like most everybody, at least in the class, is done. So, go ahead, make any last edits, and then in about 30 seconds, we'll start looking over them. And if you're in the chat and you can hear me, you're welcome to write in this as well. Bless you.
Yeah, fever.
Thanks.
Are you sick?
Not really. I think that was
Yeah, I'm sick.
the pool. Dirty.
The what?
I don't know how to say in English.
Okay, well,
Like allergic.
oh, you're allergic. Ah, okay, so it could be just allergies.
Yes.
Okay, okay, so, if you're still writing, keep writing. We're gonna look at these. So I'm just gonna go ahead and make the text black very quickly, so they're easier to read. Okay, so the first one we have is, so the question was, what is your favorite movie and why? Okay, so first we have Daniel. My favorite film is Terminator 2. I like this film because this film has much action, and I like it because it has very special effects. Okay, good job, Daniel. Okay, so one thing. Daniel, are you studying, or are you trying to learn British English or American English? Daniel? Daniel, can you hear me? I think your microphone may be muted. Okay, I don't know where he just went. Okay, but one important thing. So, if everybody looks at Daniel's, he spelled favorite F-A-V-O-U-R-I-T-E. That's the British way of spelling it. The American way is this way, which I'm going to underline. So, if you're learning the British English, then yeah, I would spell it like this. But if you're learning American, then you're going to want to spell it like this.
Is there a difference between the pronunciation?
Favorite. No, I mean but like in British English you might say favorite, and then in American English you would say favorite. So I mean it's just in the accent. It's not the pronunciation though. Good question. Okay, and then you're always going to capitalize the names of movies because they're proper nouns. So here he didn't capitalize Terminator. I like this film because this film has, and instead of saying much, we're going to say a lot of action. A lot of action. A lot of action. And I like it too because it has many special effects. Because, you know, special effects are like just like how real it looks with the computer graphics and stuff. Okay, so good job, Daniel. Jensen, one of my favorites is Crash because it talks about typical American social problems. Good. So typical is spelled with a Y, T-Y-P-I-C-A-L. And American is always capitalized, just like if you were to say, you know, Mexican, Canadian, French, Saudi Arabian, you would always capitalize that because it's referring to like a people group. To be honest, my favorite, so same thing, Julian, if you're learning British English, then what you wrote is okay. If you're learning American English, then you want to spell it this way. My favorite movie is Pulp Fiction, so notice he italicized this. That's when you put it slanted. So, good job there, Julian. This movie, in my opinion, is very funny. I think that the best part of this movie is, so singular. This is singular, so this is singular. Is the conversations. And then here, my favorite movie at the moment. Okay, I think that's somebody else's. So good job, Julian. I don't know whose this is. Hisham, my favorite film is Shawshank. It talks about, what is it? Shawshank? Okay. It talks about incident. Shawshank. Okay. It talks about incident men who have been jailed for the rest of for his life for a murder that he didn't do. Good story and excellent film. Kind of a crime drama film. Okay, good. So a few things here.
Of his life, right?
Yeah, of his life. Good. And then here we're gonna just say, make this into 2 sentences. It talks about innocent. So innocent is a difficult word to spell, but innocent, like this, innocent. And since it's one man, we have to say one innocent. We can say one innocent man or an innocent man who has been jailed for the rest of his life for a murder that he didn't do. Good. And then a period. And then it is a good story and an excellent film. Wait, excellent or exciting? Probably exciting film. And then we'll say it is kind of a crime. Here you can say crime/drama film because you're not sure if it's like both.
Okay.
But otherwise, good job.
Thank you. I'll be right back 5 minutes, okay?
Okay. Jorge, my favorite movie is A Beautiful Mind. Good. I like that story. First of all, because it is a real story and shows a credible life with a lot of problems, but with a happy ending. Okay. So a few things, Jorge. A period there. This right here. First of all. So that's what it sounds like. First of all, but it's spelled like this. You're close. First of all. So it's first of all. But otherwise, no, that's good. I like that story. First of all, comma, because it is a real story and shows an incredible. And then here we're going to say an, because it starts with an I. So an incredible life with a lot of problems, comma, but with a happy ending. Good. Okay. Aslan? My favorite movies are war movies and criminal movies. Because in the war movies, retreat as perfectly by the filmmakers in such movies gives me great opportunities to learn historic aspects of our worlds. I am a lawyer and I learn more information from criminal movies when I watch such movies. And I also like adventure and documentary movies. You can learn many things from such movies. Good. Good job, Aslan. Okay, so a few things. My favorite movies are war movies and criminal movies because in the war movies, retreat as perfectly by the film. So what do you mean here? Retreat as perfectly?
I mean, produced by the filmmakers.
Okay.
Such films.
So because in the war movies, so here we'll take out this. We'll take out retreat and say, because in the war movies, as produced perfectly by the filmmakers.
Okay.
And then you need something else, like they show lots of historical scenes. And then here we can say these movies. So it's plural, so this is going to be singular. Give me great opportunities to learn historical aspects of our world. So there. That's good there. And then one thing I noticed, Aslan, so after you put a period, you put a space. So look, watch right here. I'm going to put a space. Then I'm going to capitalize this letter.
Okay.
So I noticed you did that a few times. So I would just remember that rule, and also the pronoun I, when you're talking about yourself. I watch movies. I is always capitalized.
Yeah.
Then we can take out and just say, I also like adventure and documentary movies. And then capitalize you. You can learn many things from such movies. Um, I learn more information from criminal movies when I watch these movies. Otherwise, good job, Aslan. Perfect.
Thanks a lot.
Filmmakers, one word, and historical. There we go. Okay, good.
Perfect.
Selema. My favorite movie is The Wizard of Oz. So same thing, Selema. Right here, you put a period, then you put a space. I do like this movie because it reaches me on all the level of life, and it combines a good reason to bring together the child and the adult story that will lasted the test of time, and also it connects with the balance within us in our life journey that is forever expanding. Good, that's really good, Selma. A few things. So, I do like this movie because it reaches. So here we're gonna say reaches out to me on all levels of life. And then with the comma, we're going to attach it to life and put a space after. And it combines, here instead of combines, let's say gives a good reason to bring together the child and the adult story that will last the test of time. Good. So then period here. And then let's take out and we'll just start the sentence with also. Also, it connects to us. Let's say connects to us. That sounds better. Connects to us the balance. Connects to us the balance within us and our life journey that is forever expanding. Perfect. Good job, Selma. Okay, I love different kinds of movies, but I addicted into Indiana Jones and Back to the Future for a long time. Even both of them are old. In my opinion, it is very typical and fantastic. It is about adventure and full of imagination. Good, okay. A few things. I love different kinds of movies, but I addicted. So here we're going to say you need the verb to be, so you're going to say I am addicted, and then we're going to say to. You always say addicted to. Addicted to Indiana Jones, Back to the Future movies. So since there are multiple ones, we're just going to say movies. And here we're going to say, so we're going to change this actually, because you have for a long time. So we're going to have to say I have been addicted to Indiana Jones and Back to the Future movies for a long time. Even though, comma, even though both of them are old. Good. In my opinion, it is, so we're going to say, since there are multiple ones, we're going to say they are. Very typical, and then yet fantastic. Because even though they're typical, they're fantastic. So we're kind of like saying, they're both of them at the same time. And then we're going to say they are about adventure and full of imagination. Good job, Yi. Okay, Mustafa, last one.
Yep.
Okay, so Mustafa, if you're learning the British English, that's good. If you're not, you're going to want to spell favorite the American way. My favorite movies is the documentary and history movies. So are, because we have plural here. Movies is plural. Movies are the documentary and history movies. And then we're going to say they give, because it's plural. They give me more information about many things, like human, animal, environment, and the history of the earth. Capitalize this. The movies help me in teaching stories. Yes? What was that? And helping students to understand. Here we could say stories clearly. Yeah. Stories clearly. Yeah. There you go. Perfect, Mustafa.
Thank you.
Okay, so one thing I noticed that a lot of you guys did, just from the first responses, a lot of you spelt favorite the British way. So is anybody here learning British English? Or trying to?
Yes.
You are someone? Okay. So, there are a few. For example, I'm writing this on the Verblink chat. You have favorite and favorite. You also have organization and organization. So, organization. Hold on, I'm sorry, I'm writing these on the Verblink chat. So the ones on the right are the British versions, and the ones on the left are American versions. So, you might, if you're learning British English, or just anybody in general, when you're learning how to write, and you're not sure if you're writing the American version or the British version, you can type in like British spellings of words, like this. So that you can tell the difference, because I know it's probably hard. You probably learned this word this way, and it was probably from a British website or something, so you thought it was correct. But notice, so here in favorite, you have the U added. We don't use that. We don't use that in American English. And then in organization, we use a lot of Z's. So like there we have organization, but in British English, I think they do it in Australia too. They spell it with an S. So organization. It's pronounced the same way, but it's spelled differently. What was that? Sorry, can you say that one more time? I couldn't hear you.
Yes.
Yeah, can you repeat that?
Zekai. My name? You ask my name?
Oh no, I thought you asked me a question.
No, it's about different pronunciation. Second languages is American and English. English teachers we learn. It's Turkish people know, but American English maybe sometimes Hollywood production, different pronunciation.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Most of the time, the pronunciation isn't going to be very different. Like if I read just those two words, favorite, favorite, organization, organization. So you notice there's nothing different about the pronunciation. I mean, when you hear the accent, it might sound different, but it's really not different.
Joseph, I don't know this topic. Sorry.
Okay. No.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I was just explaining that there will be some spelling errors, or not spelling differences that you'll notice. So if you're learning one English versus the other, you should try and figure out those differences. Another one, for example, theater and theater. Like the one on the left is the one that most people in the United States use, and the one on the right is usually used in like the United Kingdom. Those are just a few differences I wanted to point out. Another thing that a lot of you guys made, the mistake you guys made was this. So if I'm writing a sentence, I went, or my favorite movie is Crash, period. Then you put a space. It's about, this or that. So notice how the period is attached to the word, then you put a space after and capitalize the next letter. Same with commas. So like, I like to go running, practice English, and listen to music. So notice how there's a space, the comma is attached, then there's a space. But there's no capital letter because commas are just, they're in sentences, and periods are used as punctuation for putting another sentence. So those are just a few mistakes that a lot of people made. So now we'll move on to the next question. Does anybody have any questions, though, about any grammar or anything.
I would like to ask a question.
All right.
The last part. I would like to ask about the last part that you just explained about the point and the. Could you repeat that, please?
Yeah, you want me to repeat it?
Yeah, please.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna write it on the document so that you guys can see. I'm gonna make it really big so everybody can see. So, look at this document and you'll see what I'm talking about. So, if you're for a period, this is all punctuation. Anytime you're using one of those, this is how it's gonna be done. My name is Joe, and I teach English. Period. Then you put a space. I live in the United States. Exclamation point. Where do you live? Do you live in the United States? So, notice how there's a space right here. There's a space right here. There's a space right here. And then the next letter is capitalized. The next letter is I is pronoun. It's always capitalized, even if it's in the middle of the sentence. This letter is capitalized after the punctuation. So those are just a few mistakes that a lot of people were making. Same with commas. I like to teach English, comma, space, run, comma, space, listen to music, comma, space, ride my bike, comma, space, and play basketball. Period. So that's how you use the commas, and that's how you use correct punctuation. So a lot of people were making that. So is this a little bit more clear? Do you guys understand this now?
Yeah, but that is in British English or in American English or in both?
Oh, good question. So this is in both. This is just for standard English, whether it's British, American, Australian, any kind of English. These are just common rules for.
This is standard.
This is standard. Yeah, exactly. Good question. Any other questions? No. Okay. So I think everybody will understand it. So we'll see in the next question. So I'm gonna write this next question right here. Okay. So the next question is, what is your describe your favorite scene in your favorite movie. So you guys listed your movies above. So all you have to do now is describe your favorite scene from it. So let's say your favorite movie is The Wizard of Oz. So then you might say, my favorite part is where they pour water on the witch and then she dies. So, something like that. My favorites, you're going to start it off like this. My favorite scene from, and then we're going to put insert movie. That's where you put your movie name. My favorite movie from The Wizard of Oz is when, when they chase the bad guy. They chase, insert bad guy's name. They chased Donovan down the alleyway. Alleyway, and corner him with, I don't know, with bananas. Something like that. So go ahead, write that below. Jensen's already started. So remember capital letters at the beginning of sentences and capital letters to begin new sentences. And if it says Google error, hit refresh and it should work. So I'm going to give you guys about 5 minutes. I'm going to go use the restroom real quick. So just hold off on your questions. Okay. Sorry guys, I'm back. Hilton can't access. You should be able to. I'm gonna post the link one more time. So click on the link. If you just got here, if you don't know what we're doing, we're writing about the favorite scene in our movie. So go ahead, open the document. Even if you're not in the actual class, there's room to join if you'd like. But so far it looks like Jensen, and I think that's Julian writing below, and Jorge. And then somebody else forgot to write their name here. My favorite scene from the film that I had finished now, when the protagonist saved the girl from the accident. So whoever that is, please write your name. Mustafa, thank you. Hisham, is the doc working for you? And when you finish, go ahead and look at everybody else's and see if you can find any errors. Because if you can find errors, then if you can recognize errors in other people's writings, then it's going to be easier for you to recognize them in your own writing. So it's going to improve your grammar in your writing.
Hello?
Yes?
Back.
Okay, good. So we're describing the favorite scene in our movie. Like our favorite movie. So Mike and Yusuf, right now we're working on a writing exercise. Lawrence, you're welcome to participate. Fozlu, hello. Okay, so yeah, if you have a question, good, Julian. Yeah, you can put it in parentheses.
Huh?
So
What?
who is that? Who's speaking right now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Do you know, right now we're working in this document right here. We're describing the favorite scene from our movie.
Sorry. Don't know. What's going on?
Right now we're working on our writing exercise, in this document, so if you click on it, it'll open up and you'll see what we're doing. Right now, Mustafa's writing still, Jensen's almost done, I think Julian's almost done, and Jorge, you're done, right?
No.
No. Okay. So yeah, this is kind of long, but if you notice anything that can be corrected in somebody else's, please highlight it so that they can see it. And I'll give you guys about 2 more minutes, so that way we have enough time to look over all of them. Jensen, are you done?
Yeah.
Okay, so like I said, when you're done, if you could go through and look at, Mustafa's, Julian's, Jorge's, Hisham's, and if you see anything that they can fix, will you please highlight it, underline it, somehow let them know. Julian, this is yours right here, right? About Pulp Fiction?
Sorry, can you repeat?
Is this yours right here? About Pulp Fiction?
Yes.
Okay, I just wrote your name just to make sure. Okay. Okay. So go ahead, try and finish up in the next minute or two. Jorge, are you done?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. So when you're done, if you could go through, and if you see any mistakes in somebody else's, just highlight it for them, kind of like Jensen's doing right now. Okay, so Julian, one thing, though, what I just went over is favorite. So if you're learning American English, which I think sounds like you are, then you're going to spell favorite without the U. So this is bad.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. Okay. So Mustafa's finishing up. So everybody else almost finished. Hisham's almost finished. So, go ahead, finish up. I just want to make sure we get through all of these. So I'm going to start with Jensen's, just to get started. Okay, so Jensen, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, so I'm going to start with yours since you're done. Some more people are finishing up, but we only have 12 minutes, and I want to make sure that we get through all of these. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with yours. Okay, there we go. My favorite scene in Crash is when a policeman gives the ride to a man who is walking on the street. That man was a black man, so the police was a little scared because of that. They were talking, but in one moment the black man, so that has a St. Lorenzo stamp, and in the moment that he started to touch his pocket, the policeman got much scared, so he stopped the car and asked him to get out of the car. The black man understood that the police was scared and tried to explain. He just wanted to show him something, but the police didn't understand the explication and shot him. The black man died, and when the police saw the black man pocket, could notice that he just wanted to show him another Lorenzo stamp. Huh, that's interesting. Okay, so a few things. My favorite scene in Crash is when a policeman, so this is singular, because we're saying a policeman, so if it's one person, it's policeman. If it's multiple, it's policemen. When a policeman gives a ride, so it's just a ride, to a man, so singular to, a man who is walking on the street, we'll put a period. That man was a black man, so the police man was a little scared because of that. They were talking, but in one moment, the black man. Well, okay, so what did he do here? So you have the black man blink, so that the police officer has a. So I think you're trying to say the black man showed. Oh, the black man showed the police officer his, or that he has a St. Lorenzo stamp, and in that moment he started touching, he started to touch his pocket. And the policeman, so here we're going to stop it because that's kind of a long sentence, so we'll say, the policeman got more scared, so he stopped his 2Ps, stopped the car and asked him to get out of the car. The black man understood that the police officer was scared and tried to explain that he just wanted to show him something, but the policeman, didn't understand the explanation and shot him. The black man died, and when the police officer saw the black man's pocket, or here, black man's pocket, we could say hand. No, pocket actually. Pocket. He noticed that he just wanted to show him another St. Lorenzo stamp. So, there. Good job, Jensen. Did you have any questions about any of those? Jensen? Jensen, are you there?
Hello.
Hello? Do you have any questions about any of those corrections?
No.
No, okay, good. Okay, so let's see. Julian, you're done, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I already explained to you the favorite part. My favorite scene from Pulp Fiction is when John Travolta and Samuel L. Jackson shoot a guy. Here we're gonna say in the face.
Yes. I do it.
Okay.
In is very difficult for me.
Okay, don't worry. That it's very difficult for a lot of people. I don't know who put this table here, and I'm trying to remove it. Edit.
What's happening?
Darn it. Okay. There we go. Okay. So my favorite scene from Pulp Fiction is when John okay, so all of that got erased. John Travolta and Samuel L. Jackson shoot a guy in the face. Then here, sorry, Julian, I don't know what happened. Somebody accidentally must have put a table there. What does the next part say? Blank, the car is full of blood and they need to clean it. So what
I think that they have a problem because the car is full of blood.
Okay. So we'll say they're in trouble because the car is full of blood and they need to clean it. They call their boss to ask for help and he sends Mr. Wolf. Mr. Wolf is a specialist guy, or we can just say specialist, who resolves problems. Boom. Good.
Yo, I have a question. Joe?
Somebody muted me. What's your question?
Why shoot, not shot?
Oh, it is. You're right. It's actually shot a guy. You're right. I did not catch that. Sometimes I accidentally add an extra O, but yeah, you're right. Good. Thank you for catching that. So it's shot a guy in the face.
Shot. Why? Sorry, Joe. Why shot and no shoot?
Shoot is present tense. Like, I'm going to shoot him. That's present tense. Past tense is I shot him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Good catch, Hisham. You have a question?
Thank you.
Who says they've finished?
Yes, me, Mustafa.
I've
Okay.
finished.
Okay, good. So we'll go up to Mustafa. Okay, so my favorite scene from the film that I had finished now is when the protagonist saved the little girl from accident and take her to her mother. Her mother thanked him, and the protagonist went to finish his task. Okay, so this is kind of one whole sentence. We need to add punctuation and break it up. So, where am I going to add a period? So my favorite scene from that film that I had finished now, so here we could add a period there, or we could say is when. We can add is when the protagonist, so protagonist singular, saves the little girl from the accident and takes her to her mother. Then where would we put a period? Any ideas?
No.
Okay, right here. Takes her to her mother. And then you say her mother thanked him and the protagonist went to finish his task. Period. The film has many exciting scenes that attracted me to finish this movie. Okay, so attracted me to finish this movie, you can say that, but it just sounds a little funny. So a better way to say that might be the film has many exciting scenes. And we could say that allowed me to finish the movie. Or that made we'll make it simpler. That made me want to watch the entire movie. That sounds better. Okay. I don't know why there's a weird space here.
I don't know.
It's Google Docs, but there's not supposed to be two dots there. But there's a dot. There's a period at the end. Otherwise, good job, Mustafa.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I can,
It's not. Yeah. I don't, okay. There we go. Thank you. That made me want to watch the entire movie.
I try to put a period at the end of the sentence, but when I put it, it comes back.
What?
back
That's
to-
really weird. Okay. Yeah. See. Okay. We'll ignore that.
As you see.
Okay. Well, we get the idea. I think we all know where the period goes. But good job, Mustafa.
Thank you.
Okay. So now we're on to Jorge. So we have two left. So I'm going to try and do these very quickly. My favorite scene from Beautiful Mind is when the girl takes. So you guys got to remember this. So girl is singular. So takes is going to have an S. Takes care of her husband and helped him to go to the hospital because he was ill. I think that this scene describes. Scene, singular, describes needs an S. Describes the love that the girl has. So has is singular, have is plural. The girl has for her husband. Good job, Jorge. Hisham. My favorite scene from Shawshank is when Red met Andy to start what they were planning for, comma, the ocean tourism business. Good. I like also the scene that when Andy has escaped from the prison by a creative way through walls, he was making a hole in the seal's wall. It takes 10 years to do. Okay, so a few things there with verb tenses. I is going to be capitalized. I also like this scene. Or here we're going to say also sounds better. In front. I also like the scene. We can say here we can see the scene where instead of scene when or scene where. So the scene where Andy, capital letter, has escaped from the prison. Or here, let's make this just simple past. So escapes or where Andy escaped the prison by a creative way through walls, period, and then we'll say he made a hole in the ceiling's wall, right? Or the cell's wall. No, you're right, cell's wall. Cell's wall, period. And then it took him, so all past tense, it took him 10 years to do it. Because we used when Red met Andy to start what they were planning for. I also like the scene where Andy escaped. So notice this is all past tense, so that's why I changed this to took.
Okay.
Otherwise, good job. Does anybody have any questions before I end this class? No. Okay, one thing that I'm just going to recommend to all of you guys is just to be careful with your when you're conjugating the verbs. So like when you say she, you're gonna say describes, not describe, because she is singular, so you're gonna add an s and say describes to the verb. So if it's plural, like those guys jump a lot, or those guys run a lot, those guys practice a lot. So practice, you don't have an s. So because guys is plural. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, a few people made just same thing with the past tense, like he has gone to the store as opposed to he have gone to the store. So those are just remembering those things will help you in your speech too, in speaking more fluently and making less mistakes. So that's why I'm just pointing these things out. But other than that, there's no more questions, right?
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you guys for coming. I hope you guys like that. And I'll see you guys next time.
When will I come writing next time?
When will we be writing English next time? Let me check my calendar real quick, because usually I try and do one like at least once a week, because I feel like it helps a lot. So today was one. Tomorrow. Let me double check for you. I don't think there are. Okay, so the next one won't be till next week. If you like my Facebook page, which is facebook.com/joeverbling, I always post the classes like the Sunday before the week begins, so that you know ahead of time. But it'll probably be the same time, so like next week at this time there will probably be a writing class.
Can I write something and send it to you to fix it, to edit it?
Yeah, if you send it to my Facebook page, I can look at it for you.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Alright, so yeah, same thing. If anybody else has anything they'd like me to look at for grammar, spelling, send it to me through my Facebook page and I'll take a look. Other than that, thank you guys for coming, and see you guys next week.
Okay, thank you, Joe.
See you guys.
You.